Hello, this is the one episode rule. I'm Magpie.
And I'm, oh,
Oh, really?
you paused and I was like,
You're
oh, I
gonna-
guess it's time for me now.
You're gonna step to me like this here, and on my podcast.
I'm sorry.
I've forgotten what I was gonna say now.
We can start again.
No, we can't. Anyway,
One take or die.
we do this. We do this like men. We're currently missing a usual host and a usual guest because I have finally oiled my chair, so it will no longer shriek in the background of our recording.
God bless.
Nice.
Also, Emma isn't here, but we do have a different guest this time. So,
A new face.
So if y'all would like to introduce yourselves.
I'm Blackle. This morning I was attacked by a bird.
You were attacked by a bird?
Yes.
What kind of bird?
It was some kind of black bird that was trying to defend its nest, which I was not approaching. In fact, I was walking away from it, so I don't understand what its deal was.
I don't know.
I'm
It's a
very
bird.
sorry. It's a bird. It's fine.
Anyway, that's my day.
I'm Joey. I had an embarrassing Hetalia phase. That's it.
Okay.
Hi, and I'm Ryan.
Oh shit.
Our new guest appears.
I'm the other Canadian. This is my first time doing anything like this, so this should be fun.
Fantastic.
You're the third of the three Canadians. Because
we have a lot of Canadians. on
Cosmo
this
is
show.
also on here.
The three Canadian Musketeers.
Yes.
Would you like to give us your background experience with anime here?
Almost nothing. I'm not very familiar with the entire medium. I've seen like 2.
Okay.
2.
And one of those was Gundam, wasn't
Yeah. The other was Jinro, which is a movie.
it? To be fair, if you've watched Gundam, you have seen at least like a quarter of anime. So
Gundam is a quarter of anime, eh?
Seems about right.
Well, I guess I don't have much more to go through.
No.
yeah, next you gotta watch Hokuto no Ken, and you'll get another quarter. Anyway.
Yeah. You just have to be on the show for maybe 3 more episodes and you'll have seen all of anime.
Well, this will be an exciting trilogy.
All right. I had something to mention. I'm not sure. Not sure what. I could talk about how our episodes are probably live now.
Yeah.
Find those on SoundCloud, and if you can sort them out from the SoundCloud rappers, and
Find us on MySpace.
Our archival channel on YouTube, which I don't expect us to be popular on, but it will at least host us until the Earth ends.
Yep.
Yes.
And I suppose I could talk about our email, or I could even attempt to see if we have any mail.
Ooh.
Viewer mail, viewer mail.
Oh God! If y'all want to stall for time while I do this,
To
So,
say more about
do
the
you
bird situation.
I
Not
got
to make
attacked
everything
by a
about
bird
me.
once.
Can you tell
It
me
was a lot
about your bird
scarier.
experience?
It was a lot scarier because it was a like a 3.5 or something foot tall crane.
Jeez.
It knocked me to the ground.
Where were you at? A construction site?
No, I was literally
Get it? Because it's a crane?
Okay. Okay, never
Sorry.
mind.
I'm gonna have to.
Sorry.
I'm gonna have to reduce the amplitude on that segment by about 3 decibels, just to keep it from redlining the microphone.
I got too excited about my pun.
That's fine. We appreciate
It
the
was good.
enthusiasm.
was good.
Also, we have no mail because we're not popular.
Okay, that's acceptable.
Maybe next time.
Do you think I should send you guys mail on the episodes that I'm not there? And it's like, hey guys, wish I could be there, except I was too busy sleeping.
That's
Every
so
mail
fucking
segment?
strange. That's so fucking strange that it would actually be acceptable to me. At least once. Anyway, we should probably get on with what the point of this show is. We should watch a show and talk about it. So I think Joey was going to pick this time.
Yes, I have a suggestion, and I do not know how to pronounce it because I can't speak Japanese. So I'm going
I
to
don't speak
paste.
Japanese.
I'm going to paste the name into the chat, and all of us are going to take one attempt at pronouncing it.
This is
Ready?
really good. So
Oh.
Magpie goes first.
Oh snap!
Magpie, do it.
Ginga : Nagare Boshi Jin.
That
Okay.
sounded pretty close to me.
Gainga
Oh god.
Nirgabakoshi Gain.
See, I would say it Jinga, although I know that's not right.
I get the impression that Michael
Nagaraboshi
may have been taking
Yin.
the piss. But
Well, I know, but I was doing a little bit too, but hey Ryan, how do you think that's pronounced?
Jenga.
The rest of the words are silent.
It's an attempt.
I don't know.
So
Maybe
yes,
it is.
the
Maybe it's
English-
French.
The English name is Silverfang, I
Silverfang.
believe.
Silver
So
Fang.
Jenga, nevertheless, Jin.
All right, fine. So is this a country roll show? Is that where people can see it, or is it a YouTube thing?
no, it's a different site. I will probably have to stream it for you guys.
It's freecontentforyou.ru slash.
No, don't go to the
Do it.
Kremlin's anime sites.
Don't do it.
Yeah, don't go to that address. I just came up with it on the top of my head, and it probably exists.
It almost certainly exists.
Almost surely. But yes.
All right.
www.freecontentforyou.ru slash
Do not
content
listen to Blackle. Please
slash
do not.
data.php question mark credit card number equals.
Okay, let's go. Let's cut this short and go watch the show. All right, we're back, and I have one thing to say is that this is. I just want to get this out there because I thought of it just a second ago. This show appears to be like this is a show about dogs by someone who clearly loves dogs a lot and can kind of draw them.
Kind of. I think the key word there is kind of.
Kind of.
Has an interesting relationship with dogs.
Yeah.
The thing is that this guy can draw one dog.
You draw one dog.
This guy can draw one dog, but that didn't stop him.
Or maybe
I mean-
it's like that there is a lot of like subtle differences between the dogs, but it's like we're not dog people. So
Well, I
it's
am
not really-
dog people, and in fact, I actually kind of like Akitas, and these dogs do not really look like Akita.
Not majorly, no.
I
I
love
don't
their
know.
faces.
Joey, don't
better
take this the
overall.
wrong way.
Overall, 90s aesthetic, though, is pretty nice.
I think it's 80s almost.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's 80s. I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
That explains that.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
late 80s after Zeta Gundam, but
Were you gonna say something?
Very
Blackle?
traditional animation.
yeah, Blackle, you have something to say before we?
Yeah, Joey, don't take this the wrong way, but of course it would be Joey to bring us this feral dog furry anime.
Hey, here's the thing. Everyone who watched this as a kid and liked it is probably a furry now.
I
just
don't-
gonna say-
I
I'm
don't
just gonna
know
put
about
out
that.
Yeah, I think they just might be members of Nippon Kaigi.
But
now.
What?
a good
Wow.
a good portion of them, because I knew some that have seen this show growing up, and most of them are furries now. I'm just throwing that out there.
Correlation. It's a correlation, I see.
it's correlation, not causation. But anyway, I do have something I want to get this joke through right now before we lose it, which is this guy can draw one dog, but at least that's better than Araki, who can draw no dogs.
You're so right.
Actually, the funny thing is Araki can draw dogs, but only ones that die violently later.
Oh God. I
Well,
mean,
there was
this
plenty of
this
that in
guy's.
this.
Yeah, I was about to say this guy's heading up the pack
Yeah,
on the whole like dogs dying violently thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
I've
heading
got.
up the pack, all right.
I didn't expect this to be what it is. Like, what's the like? How mu- What's the population of prehistoric hell bears in Japan anyway?
Yeah, that thing is fucking huge.
That's a fucking grizzly.
And it's like constantly slobbering. It must have a gland problem.
It's
Like the
it's
size of a fucking house.
it's the slavering fucking demon bear.
The
Oh,
kid
man.
was read like an 800-pound sled into this thing.
I was just gonna say it was like it looked like a tiny little thing dinking off of his enormous house body.
The bear's like 20 feet tall.
He's a fucking short-faced bear. He's from like fucking a million years ago.
Aw.
Oh man.
He's contemporary with fucking saber-toothed tigers.
This is
apparently.
This also runs real counter with my experience with bears because
Yeah.
like I my parents have a cottage in like cottage country which has a lot of bears, and if we hear a bear trying to get into our trash, because bears love trash, I'll tell you that much. But if you go up there and just yell, they'll like scamper away like they're little kids who have been caught with their fist in a cookie jar.
Yeah, because you're talking about black bears, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
black bears are not a terrifying creature.
Black bears are like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll go.
Man, I wish I had black bears to dig through my garbage. Whenever I hear a noise outside, there's a fair chance it's either a possum or it's like the fucking woman's scream of a roaming cougar. It's just be like, oh, I have trauma now because I heard that.
Speaking of trauma, our main dog character in this show has heaps of it.
Oh my god, yeah.
I love this is one of the strangest stylistic choices I've ever seen. Is that the kid the kid or the narrator will talk about Silver's experience, and the camera will zoom in on his dumb, expressionless fucking face because he is a dog and he does not know what is happening.
I think
Okay. Here's the thing. I was under the impression that this show was told from the dog's perspective, but now I kind of don't think that's the case.
Yeah, they're just animals.
I don't know.
Just
I like
fuck.
I like the kid's philosophy of we need to make sure I traumatize this dog with the image of its dying father before it's too late.
Silver, a helpless puppy, now knows death.
You must become trained to murder this
Wait,
bear.
no, wait. This is like that episode of Samurai Jack where Jack finds the baby, and at the very end, he's just like, "What did you do to my baby?" It's just like, "I am sorry. He has achieved Sakai, the spirit of
What? I didn't see that, but it sounds very weird.
So are we
Samurai
gonna
Jack.
go over the puppies? That was some great translation.
I think that was just a really weird translation.
Puppies. I think it's supposed to convey that the kid is mispronouncing puppies.
It's like
Or has like a lisp or
when
something.
someone calls their dog a doggo, basically.
Maybe, I don't know.
Puppies.
I have a
Got
big
that.
note here. I have a big note here about Grandpa in the chasm, and his plan to escape the situation, which the note I've written is extremely fucked. Because
Yeah.
I would not choose to saw off my own foot and try and feed it to my dog.
Force feed it, mind you.
And then
I think maybe he was in the throes of like delirium.
and even the dog's not into it. He's just like, what the fuck?
That dog's reaction to him shoving his fist halfway down his throat, trying to deposit meat. Yeah.
He's like, what the fuck are you trying to do to me, old man?
Also, that guy's
Uked it all back up.
Captain Ahab.
Oh yeah.
He literally
Very
just chopped a
much
leg
so.
off.
Very
Oh,
much
Jesus.
so.
And like I don't know if the show like goes this direction, but I feel like this is gonna be a Jaws.
Yeah.
Like
Jaws
this-
with bears.
Jaws,
The
but
bear
on
murders.
land, so you can't escape the shark.
Picks them off one by one.
Hmm.
Also, people really love throwing that puppy.
They
Oh,
did.
yeah.
He got
Just throw it
thrown
way
a
up in
lot.
the air.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad that they cut away after the kid threw the puppy in the air. They're like, this is Silver. He is destined for greatness, and it's like just him like in the air, like floating.
with like a 80s anime energy spiral behind.
Yeah, it's like I'm really glad we didn't see the aftermath of that
And
situation.
he's got that fucking dumb expression on his face where he's just like, I don't know what's happening.
Uh-huh.
And like the kid just does like a breed knowledge dump and is like, I identify with this dog breed. Fuck this particular puppy.
Have
Oh,
you-
Like, this puppy's got short legs like me.
man.
That was pretty funny.
This reminds me of God. This reminds me like of fucking hog hunting down here. It's a similar level of insanity is practiced in the sport of knife hunting hogs.
But,
Yeah, that sounds batshit. Also, did anyone else get like a little Peter and the Wolf, but with dogs vibe here?
I don't think I ever saw that.
I was gonna say a little bit Watership Down,
Yeah.
maybe?
Oh no, not really. Like Watership Down. Watership Down is so like violently insane though.
Well, I mean, the guy did chop his leg off and beat it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there were no like terrifying hallucinations during this. The sun didn't pour
That's
out
true.
blood upon the earth.
It's true. Only
There
the
were
bear
some-
tripped balls.
There was. It wasn't like there was some more weird and possibly terrorizing imagery in this, like the bear getting shot in the eye with all the blood spraying around
That was
it.
Yeah.
that was pretty close to a Watership Down, but
I
not.
was mostly
was like-
thinking of the imagery that reminded me of it.
That probably gave at least one or 500 children nightmares.
Also, I'm glad the female dog was validated by producing a good offspring.
Oh man.
Yeah, yeah, good.
Congrats, you made a good killer.
And the dog's just like, I don't know what's happening.
Did you see the part
He
where
just
like
comes back and he's like, "Your
Kid, I just gave
husband
birth.
died."
Will you get off my back?
Make sure you don't step on the puppies. Like, what? That's a concern?
Well, have you ever seen kids around animals? That's pretty like valid.
This is true. This child appears to be extremely stupid. So
or just unaware of their own body. They're probably going through puberty and they've like already grown 2 inches within the last 2 months and they don't know how to like behave.
I don't know. That kid strikes me as being like 5.
I don't know. The kid strikes me as maybe being 8.
I was gonna say around 8 myself.
I don't know. I was distracted.
That
I
was a
dis-
very jarring transition.
I was distracted by all the dogs having human pectoral muscles.
I was about to say the same thing. Why do the dogs have pecs?
They're so fucking swole.
I guess Akitas are supposed to be pretty tough, which is true, but
They have to be swole to kill the bear.
You have to
Oh
be
my
this strong
God.
to kill this bear.
I'm striking that off my list. That's on my bingo card. Why do the dogs have pecs?
Oh boy. That show was not what I was expecting.
Also, it was really high energy and very intense for the first episode.
Yeah, it was really intense, and it may well be the most violent thing we've seen on this. And we've seen people disintegrated while producing this podcast.
Yeah. It's like, because I think there's like a sort of soft spot in like when something is so violent that it's just like, oh, okay, whatever, because it's just like over the top. But then there's like sort of a soft, like a sweet spot where it's just jarring because
It's believable.
It's
real
believable.
violence.
Yeah, it's believably violent. Like this could have possibly happened to a person.
Like seeing somebody get incinerated by a laser beam is different than watching a dog fight a bear for 5 minutes.
Here's the other thing, though. Like, some of the violence they did, like, seem to, like, cut away from. At
Yeah.
random
Yeah,
points.
that's
So I
not.
almost think, like, I wonder if, compared to, like, the manga, if they, like, toned down the violence some for the
Yeah.
anime.
What?
Which is
Where
wild
the?
to think about.
I don't want to think about what kind of shit is in the manga then if that's
It's just-
what they did.
Is
That's
this going to be like
possible.
Japanese like dog lover berserk?
Well, I mean, didn't the Berserk do that too? Which, like the early animation, they cut away through a lot.
They had to cut away from a lot of stuff to show Berserk on television
Wow.
because Berserk's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's something weird about this show in that, like, what initially seems to be a fun show about dogs has a lot of blood and carnage and dead dogs.
Yeah, like 2 dogs die in this show about
And just
In the
general
same
animal
way.
abuse.
getting murdered by the same like insanity bear
Throw another dog for the dog pit.
who appears to just spend his winters bashing his brains in on trees in the woods.
Yeah, tripping balls, seeing Ahab and wanting to kill him.
That was really anticlimactic, though, where he's like, "Come here, I won't die easily," and then the bear just runs away like a wild
The bear-
animal.
Yeah, the bear
Well,
leaves
some
because
nice jazzy music was playing in the background.
yeah, the bear
The
leaves.
bear
because
suddenly started acting like a bear.
it's a fucking animal.
All I know is that apparently Ricky's got strong power because of life force or something.
Yeah, it's some stuff.
Also, yeah, I'm calling him Ricky. Fuck it.
Ricky.
Ricky Bobby.
Which apparently can't be stopped from like 5-foot long claws, but fuck, don't toss him off a mountain.
Well, gravity finishes everyone. Even the best. The only dog that couldn't be killed by gravity was Hachiko, and it never became an issue. So
Yeah, I just wrote down Ricky got thrown down a fucking ravine.
that's fucked up. All these fucking bear dogs are gonna go to fucking dog Valhalla.
Here's my question, like, what are the odds that Ricky did survive somehow and he's gonna like randomly appear later in the series? Like,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Well,
plot twist.
Ricky's father, Shiro, appears to have been tossed down a ravine and forgotten by time, so I doubt he'll ever be back.
I kind of doubt it too, but it was just a thought I had. Like, what if that's
What
the
if?
direction they go?
If this was made now, that's undoubtedly what they would have done.
Oh, of
Or
course.
comes back as a ghost or something. The
It's-
power of the ancestors.
He's just gonna come back and haunt the shit out of the old man. He's just be like, "Why did you do this to me?"
One of our last experiences was your arm down my throat.
You tried
Or-
to feed me your own flesh, you psychopath.
That was a really intense image to show in the first episode.
Honestly,
Then
I
get-
laughed very hard when that happened. I was like, what is he doing?
You fucking... What the fuck?
He's like, get out of here.
He's getting
Run
pissed at
away.
him for vomiting.
No, that's my flesh you're coughing up.
Don't disobey me, fucker!
I worked real hard to get that for you. You ungrateful you ungrateful fucking mutt.
And how long were they there? Because it seemed like his whole like from the knee down was gone.
Well, they were there
It sounds like a week.
They were there for like a week, and I got the impression that he cut his fucking foot off
Yeah,
to
he
feed
cut
it
his
to the
foot
dog
off with the knife.
with a confusing
Cleaver?
Japanese knife.
It was another one of those shots where they kind of like cut away, and then there was like a red splatter on the screen to kind of imply that that's what he was doing at that moment.
Yeah, no, I think it was supposed to be like you don't know what he cut,
I don't know,
Until,
it's-
like-
Yeah, I couldn't quite tell what it was.
and I think that was the
definitely cuts
suspense.
Psycho.
Maybe that was intentional.
I don't know. It's a very strange writing choice.
It
Really?
was interesting.
I don't think people do that.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Honor, duty, produce good killers. I don't know. Like I said, Nippon Kaigi would love it.
Bear revenge.
All right. Well, you guys want to wrap this up?
I've got
Yeah.
maybe one thing left to say.
Okay.
Actually, two things on my list. One is a visual of the this has happened twice in the show already. The visual of the dog like clamped onto the fucking snout of the bear and just like wiggling around is
Yeah.
actually a really funny image.
It's got a little flat stick.
It's like what are you attempting to do here?
Yeah,
Win.
that was pretty good.
Like what? No critical machinery of the bear is going through its snout.
He's no quitter.
You think you think you'd clamp onto the jugular or something, but clearly you missed.
All right.
It was pretty funny because he was like ragdolling like flappily, like wobble 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 wobble.
Yeah, it was like Gary's mod where you like welds two things together and it just sort of wiggles around.
I just want to know who the goddamn guy with the shitty mustache talking about tourism was. And why did military helicopters show up? Is this bear like a national threat now?
It's a new kaiju.
He's a baby kaiju. That's why he's fucking 35 feet tall. I get the impression that they're running like a ski resort type situation, and that's why they have bear dogs around, is to run fucking bears off the property.
That seems
Yeah.
pretty cogent.
Anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Well, we'll talk about the email before then because we didn't get any mail. If you want to validate my choice to set up a business email for this podcast, you can send criticism, I assume, to oneepisodecast@gmail.com. Blackle, what's that email?
It's let me get to my Rolodex real quick. It's oneepisodecast@gmail.com.
That's one, the word. And I guess
word.
jeez. But I guess we're done. Oh wait,
Thanks for having me on.
would any of you, we should ask the question, are any of you going to come back and watch more bear fight murder death?
I definitely am. Definitely.
I don't think I want to do that.
Joey's into it. Joey's
I
here
need-
for blood.
I'm at
I
least
need to
reading
go into the
Wikipedia.
relax zone and just not think about this for the next 30 years.
Yeah, I'll read the Wikipedia synopsis.
I might read the
That's a good
TV Tales page just for, I never really was a fan of Jack London type stories.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's,
You know what I think I will watch instead? I think I will watch Watership Down, though.
oh God.
Good choice. Good choice.
Have you not seen that? Because if
No,
so,
I haven't.
oh, we should set up a
Oh, shit.
rabbit at some point and I'll watch Watership Down. Maybe like around Halloween.
How ironic is that, watching Watership Down on a service called Rabbit?
Oh, it's
Oh
fucked up.
no!
We should watch it around Halloween or something because it's fucking
Yeah.
terrifying.
It's
Okay.
All right. Anyway, yeah, okay.
Yeah, thanks
See
for having me
y'all
on.
later.
Toodaloo.
Deep frog.
No.
Down on a deep frog and toot diddle doo.